Greetings. Welcome to So Much to Talk About. My pleasure to have one of the pioneers and one of the major contributors to Philadelphia basketball, Mr. Sonny Hill. Pleasure, sir.
Thank you for being with you. All right.
And wanted to talk with you about Philadelphia. You know, a great tradition of basketball starting from Wilt Chamberlain and moving on.
No. It doesn't start with Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt is a part of our legacy and our history. It started long before that in Philadelphia basketball. In fact, Philadelphia basketball is probably built more off of Jewish people than most people can understand. And they happen to be tremendous supporters and players of the game of basketball. And Wilt and I grew up together. We're the same age, 1 month different, both born 1936, and graduated from high school at the same time. He was at Overbrook when I was at Northeast High School. So that's a misnomer. It's nice to throw his name out there, but no, long before Wilt. Yes.
With young kids in the urban city, talk about the lessons you instill, not just with basketball, but the game of life.
Well, I think the most important thing, you find something that they have an interest in. Once you find what they have an interest in, you have an opportunity now to impart some knowledge and some information. Yes, I've been very fortunate to have developed the oldest summer professional league in this country, which is the Baker League. Started in 1960. The other thing is I started my Sonny Hill League in 1968, which is my amateur portion. Started off with 5 teams. We now have 70 teams, and this is the 40th year of the program, and I just finished the summer of my 40th year. So I've touched over 40,000 young people in terms of doing whatever. But I take more pleasure in being able to say to touch them, to help mold them into better human beings. It's very nice to be able to say, for example, in the NBA right now, Kobe Bryant. Well, I had Kobe's dad, Jelly Bean, Joe Bryant. I had Kobe's uncle, Chubby Cox, who played at the University of San Francisco with Winfred Barnes and Bill Cartwright. And also Rasheed Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Katina Mobley, Aaron McKee, Eddie Jones, Malik Allen, Malik Rose, Alvin Williams, John Salmons. That's a good one. So, yes, all of these players are now playing in the NBA, and then the ones before them, the Gene Banks, the Lewis Lloyds, players of that ilk that we've had down through the years. Mike Bantam from the NBA, who is a vice president. Okay, Stu Jackson from the NBA, all played in the Sonny Hill League, vice president. So I'm proud of that. And I was just talking with Cathy Rush, and her husband, Eddie Rush, used to coach him in the Baker League, referee in the Baker League. So I've had an impact from a referee's point of view, from a player point of view, coaching point of view, assistant coaches, executives. All of that has been a part of my legacy.
I want to do a feature on you, like definitely, because I'm based in New York, so I got to get you on the show for a feature.
New York is good stuff. In fact, talk about New York, I saw Tiny Archibald here.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, one of the best that ever did it. Nate Tiny Archibald.
Like the best New York City player.
You don't want any part of that. You don't want any part of that. Please me.
And he's 60. I can't believe it.
It looks good too. I'll take him right now with some of the guys that play in the NBA.
One more question for you about the locally Philadelphia 76ers made the acquisition of Elton Brand, big acquisition for their post offense. Talk about, can they possibly win the Eastern Conference this year?
I don't think we're looking in that direction. I'm an executive advisor to the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm on the many different things that I do. But I think what we're trying to continue to do is to build a franchise. I think that we're looking maybe within a 3-year window. Hopefully within that 3-year window, we can begin to knock on the door, kick the door down, and move on in. And then we've added some other players as well. We just added Theo Ratliff. And people would say, well, what impact does that have, Sonny? Well, he's 35 now, but he still has about 12 to 15 minutes a game in him. And that's what we need to go with what we have. And then we have some other very solid parts. Andre Iguodala is a very solid part. We got a guy, Thaddeus Young, who's a very good component in terms of what we're doing. We have Andre Miller, who is one of the outstanding point guards in the league. And we were able to bring in Kareem Rush and players Royal. He's with us now. So we have a very deep 12-man roster. And I was just saying to our president general manager, Ed Stefanski, the other day, who's the 12th man? And that's a good question. That's a good question. Yes.
Mr. Hill, it's an honor to talk with you, and definitely, like I said, I'd love to do a feature on you. Definitely.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. All right.
Do you have a card?